Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this lovely 2017 INFINITI Q60 3.0 Premium all-wheel drive that we have for sale. We acquired this one off lease. We bought it directly from Infiniti Financial Services. One of the benefits of being a new Infiniti retailer is that we get access to a closed network of off-lease vehicles throughout the country. And I try to cherry pick the nicest ones I can find. I think this one is certainly nice. Beautiful color combination, one on a clean Carfax. Very well equipped with features. We have the original build sheet on it. This one has the Premium Plus package. That's a big ticket item, a $3,200 option package giving you navigation, Navi synced adaptive shift control. So the way adaptive shift control works is it momentarily holds the gear for better acceleration of a turn, corner, or when accelerating up a hill. But with Navi synchronization, it actually takes it a step further. It can actually see the upcoming road conditions on the map. Okay, it can see this curve coming up, so the transmission can prepare for those upcoming road conditions. Then we have Sirius XM Nav Traffic. That is subscription-based service. Heated front seats, heated steering wheel, remote engine start. Dual occupant memory seats is also a very important feature for a lot of people when you have multiple drivers, and that works for the driver's seat, the mirrors, and the power tilt telescoping steering column. Then we had driver's seat, power lumbar support, and auto dimming exterior mirrors. Originally this had an MSRP of $50,805. Some other nice features of the Infiniti. I love to point out this nice contrast stitching they have throughout the interior. Beautiful aluminum trim. More contrast stitching on the dashboard, synthetic leather on the dashboard as well. We have a drive mode selector that makes changes to steering, throttle sensitivity, track sensitivity control settings. There's multiple modes. There's even a personal mode. You have manual shift mode on this one too. You pull the shifter back to the left, you push up to upshift, back to downshift, and this gives you rev match downshift. It's very sportier sound and feel. The Q60 has a dual display system. The top screen is for navigation, parking camera. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps, heated seats, heated steering wheel. You also have the Infiniti drive mode selector. So this basically does what this button does as well. But here you can kind of drill down and personalize it if you wish. For instance, you can pick the mode of the engine and transmission. You could have that in standard mode, and you can say, okay, I want the steering to be in sport mode. So it lets you kind of pick and choose things a little bit deeper than what you can do with the drive mode selector. Then we have active trace control. What that does is that individually brakes the wheels, and that helps you rotate through corners a little bit better, and you can shut that on or off. Beautiful steering wheel. This one has 44,800 miles. Bose premium audio system. Automatic dimming mirror, universal garage door opener. Moonroof. 2017 is a great year for the Q60 because it got a complete ground up redesign. They skipped the model year, so 2015 was the last model year of the old Q60, also known as the G37, and then they skipped 2016, and for 2017 they went to a complete ground up redesign, and I can tell you it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's one of the nicest looking coupes in its price point, and don't just take what I say from it. Read a lot of the automotive reviews of this car. People can, a lot of the automotive press can maybe critique certain aspects of this vehicle, but the one thing that they have a hard time critiquing is the styling. They all pretty much agree unanimously this is a beautiful vehicle. Nice LED daytime running lights, bi-xenon headlights. The Q60 used to have a naturally aspirated 3.7 liter V6. Of the redesigned one, it got a new choice of turbo engines. You had a 4-cylinder and 2 6-cylinder engines. You had a 300 horsepower twin turbo V6 and a 400 horsepower with the Red Sport 400. I've driven them all, as you can imagine, being with Infiniti, and the Red Sport 400 is sweet. It's amazing. It's fast, but this 300 horsepower one is still plenty of power, and I think for most people this is more than enough power. Even the 4-cylinder is pretty decent power if you're not at all speed deming, but this one's kind of like the Goldilocks. It's just right for a lot of people. Not too much horsepower, but enough to have fun. Direct injection, sends highly pressurized gas directly into the combustion chamber for better fuel efficiency, lower emissions, and more horsepower. And the turbos are very quiet. You know, I've been in the car business a long time. I've driven a lot of turbo cars, but turbo technology has really excelled over the years. It's being used in a lot of vehicles these days because turbo technology is a lot. It's so good you really can't tell the turbo's there anymore. In the olden days, you'd hear the turbos, you'd hear them whine and whoosh, and then you'd have something called turbo lag, where you'd actually have to build up revs to build up enough exhaust back pressure to spool up those turbos, because turbos actually work off the exhaust pressure from the engine. And it wasn't very linear power. You'd step on the gas and not much would happen. Then once the engine built the revs, the turbo kicked in, and all of a sudden it's like you get a wave of power, which I guess is fun in certain aspects, but in a luxury car you want smooth and linear power, and that's exactly what you get with this new VR30 twin turbo engine. This Q60 is also all-wheel drive. Rear-wheel drive is standard, but all-wheel drive is optional. Pretty much all the Infinitis that you'll find in our inventory will be all-wheel drive, because that's what most people want around here. I mean, the roads are pretty wet and slippery. They're wet now. And with 300 horsepower, this thing just grips and goes. If you had a rear-wheel drive version in wet conditions like this, you step on the gas, those rear wheels would want to spin. The traction system would kick in, reducing power, and that's also going to reduce your performance. This thing offers amazing wet weather performance, and of course, if you're going to drive in the snow, you're going to do a lot better with all-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive. The Q60 is built on the advanced Midship platform. Pretty much all the performance-based Infinitis we've seen in the last 15 years have been based on this platform. Also, the Nissan 370 and 350Z sports car have been built on this advanced front Midship platform. It's a rear-wheel drive platform. It's kind of like a front mid-engine platform, because they take the engine and they place it as far back behind the front axle as possible, so the center of gravity is towards the middle of the vehicle, and that helps it be more balanced, and it helps the handling and feel through the corners. This Q60 is also backed by a 5-day 100% money back guarantee. Thank you so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully we see you soon, and have a wonderful day.